Hi, 143 fam. I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. If you would like to win a free reading in the month of March, I'm going to be choosing two winners like I do every month. Leave me a comment below your video. Let me know that you have subscribed, and I will announce winners at the very end of the month. Make sure that you pay attention to my comment back to you. That's how I'm going to announce winners at the end of March. I am also available in March for readings, healing sessions, and custom candles. I will have availability after March 5th. So if that's something that you would like to book with me, check out my website, urbansoulguru.com. I'll have that link in the description box below. Now let's jump in to your March 2019 horoscopes. Hi, Virgo. Let's jump in to your general overview, followed by your love reading. I will have timestamps down below for you guys. Virgo, oh my goodness, I was doing your reading and everything just froze and shut down, and we're redoing this now, but how's your energy feeling with this Mercury retrograde quickly approaching? Huh? I think we're feeling it pretty hardcore. As a Gemini, Mercury also rules my sign, so I mean, I really feel your pain with this. But I've been feeling this really conflicted energy for Virgos, kind of across the board. I am getting a green light for you guys in terms of releasing projects and starting businesses, as long as this is something that has been in the works for quite a while prior to the retrograde. I'm feeling a little bit more conflict in the realm of love, which we did talk about mid-month. In February. We'll get to that. Breathe. That's the message for you. Take deep breaths this month. I do see you being a little tested with the retrograde, but there's going to be positives for you too. Naturally, retrograde slows down a little bit, okay? Again, as a Gemini, I go through this, side by side with you, Virgo. Try not to get too stressed out. Roll with the punches, but just expect some of that to show up in March, okay? But let's jump into this. Let's get a little more clarity. Yeah, the green light in terms of businesses. It's go time here, okay? And this is the result for you. Virgo, there's a lot of joy. One, I think there's a lot of joy that's already been showing up for Virgos lately. Your energy is definitely evolving, okay? So you're manifesting at a higher level. You're experiencing more joy. Now, keep in mind, this is still your general overview for March, okay? But I am picking up joy in the realm of love for you, despite some of the conflicts that have come up. Okay, sitting at the center. So we have joy followed by reward yourself. You've been working really hard. So for those of you that have already been working really hard on a transition, you've already been putting in a lot of work on a creative project, a new business idea, it's time to launch it. There's really solid, powerful energy around launching something now, even though it's the retrograde. But it's something, again, this is something that is not new. This isn't a new idea that you come up with during the retrograde. That doesn't mean that you have to discard new ideas, but I would take your time moving forward with anything new that comes to mind or any offers that show up throughout the month of March that you hadn't engaged in prior to the retrograde, okay? So hold off on those types of situations, but if it's something that's long coming, something you've been working on for months, it's go time. Spirit is talking to you. What I'm getting with this card, Spirit is talking to you. You have divinely guided ideas. You may have ideas that come up during the retrograde that will wind up being very profitable and very game-changing for you down the road. Just don't rush into them. But what I'm also channeling with this card is to breathe. These deep breaths, this meditative state, okay? One, it's going to ground some of the anxiety that Mercury retrograde may bring up for you this month. But again, the blessing in that is to work through it. You're deep breathing, you're grounding yourself, and you're listening to spirit, because there are some really golden ideas that are going to show up for you. Yeah, this is a creative project. So clarifying joy, we've created a project. It's go time. You have the green light to move forward. Just don't, I would take a little time. I don't want to say don't, because you have free will to decide what is of your highest good and what is not. I would recommend that if anybody shows up offering you a deal in March, to wait until the retrograde's over, okay? And we have, the energy of Mercury, we have shadow periods, okay? The beginning and the end of retrogrades. Going into March, I'm feeling for you. I'm feeling it for myself. We are already feeling this retrograde energy, okay? So even if you get to March 28th, you're like, okay, tomorrow the retrograde's over. Give yourself an extra few days. Give yourself an extra week, maybe an extra couple of weeks if it's something that you can just postpone just a little bit. Virgo, if anyone can figure out how to do that, you can. But it'll be worth your while, okay, to hold off on any kind of commitments, whether they're relationship or it's work oriented, especially if there's a contract involved, but even verbal commitments. This applies to verbal commitments. Try not to go that route quite yet, because you'll wind up in a better situation, a better contract, if you just wait a couple weeks, okay? But sitting at the center of your reading here is reward yourself, followed by focus on service. There's something that you're working on that greatly impacts other people around you. A project that you're launching is really it's really focused on the healing of somebody or of people, a group of people. You really impact people with your voice. Your creative projects are in that same realm of things. You really are creating and you're manifesting at a very high level. So this is an affirmation that yes, that idea, that project that does help other people, that's where the joy is going to come through. That's where the success is going to come through, especially in March for you, Virgo. But also take a little time out, okay? The beautiful thing about Mercury retrograde is when we're working super hard and we're not really taking any downtime and we're not really taking care of ourselves as well as we should be, Mercury is going to slow you down. Mercury is going to force that, and that's actually really good for you. That's also really good for your creative projects this month. You'll take a little time to yourself, okay? So we have listen, clarify by changing direction. Some of these beautiful ideas that you're going to channel when you're breathing and you are in this meditative state, or at least a more relaxed, peaceful state. You're not getting frustrated too much with Mercury retrograde. You're kind of laughing through it, okay? You're getting some clarity on a change in direction in life, a change in direction as where to move to, a career transition I'm getting for a lot of you. I really think the career transition has to do with this product or service. It has to do with the creative project. But look at the result here, Virgo. Joy. So this is why Mercury works in your favor this month, okay? Try not to get fed up because there are blessings and they're not going to be so hidden. As long as you're listening and you're quieting your mind, you're going to have really great ideas. And it might just be an idea that you already have. Say you've been thinking about moving. Say you've already been thinking about this career transition. It may be the message that you hear for yourself that it's go time. Or now you know exactly where to move. Now you know exactly what platform to release the creative project on, okay? So something really big comes through for you, even though you're not moving forward quite as fast as maybe you would like to in the month of March. It actually benefits you. You're going to go into April past retrograde, okay, and you're really going to put something into motion that February and the past few months, you just couldn't figure it out. Or you just didn't have the confidence to move forward. I'm feeling for some of you, it also has to do with confidence. Okay, we have energy work crowning your reading for the general here. So for some of you to launch this, okay, I am getting perfect timing even though it's the retrograde. So, but again, for the millionth time, that really only applies to those of you who've been working on something for quite a while. It's not a brand new commitment, but energy work is something that may be essential for you to launch and have success. There may be some blockages. There may be some cross conditions around you, maybe some toxic people and some energy cores. I don't see the toxic people very close to you anymore, but it could just be lingering energy cores. There's some element of energy work that you're going to want to get done in March to move forward with the best energy, the highest level of success, because you are already vibing higher than you have before. You are already manifesting very quickly. And I think for some of you, you're starting to see manifestations coming full circle and so quickly, and then all of a sudden in March it's like, okay, we're just gonna pause and we're gonna slow down, and you're like, where did the momentum go? Okay, there's nothing wrong with the slowdown. That doesn't mean that you've permanently stopped. Okay, you're taking pause, you are listening to get these ideas to come through, to see this through on an even bigger scale as you move into April. But for a lot of you, I mean, this is crowning this reading. You're going to need some form of energy work. Now, for many of you, Virgo, you are already energy workers. Just make sure you're not just working with clients, you're also doing energy work for yourself and healing work for yourself. For some of you, I mean, this is sitting at the very center of your reading. It's clarifying, reward yourself. Some of you, you're energy workers, and this is the new business, okay? So if you are a healer of any kind, there really is a green light here to launch it. Launch it. I am seeing for some of you, there's a project that you're working on and maybe you stepped away from it, or there's an idea that you had, you wrote it down somewhere, and then you kind of walked away. It wasn't the right time to really brainstorm, to get things moving. And then all of a sudden, this sort of paused, slowed down energy of Mercury retrograde shows up, and then you circle back. Okay, that may be what you're channeling here. That may be what causes the change in direction. It's something you already know. It's this brilliant idea you already have. It's the project, you haven't finished it, okay? But it was divinely guided. There's so much success for you here. There are rewards. There's joy. Let me hold these up side by side. Do you see this? For your creative endeavors, this new business that you're trying to launch, I mean, the energy around it's really beautiful, Virgo. Okay? Don't delay. If this is something that, again, you just have to tweak a little bit and just release it, but you already know you have the framework in place, you have the contracts in place, you already have the game plan worked out, you can move forward with that in March. You'll have success. But for others of you, just be patient this month, because there's a really big energy showing up that's going to show you what the next step is. But that energy work, pay attention to that. You'll know if you need it. You'll feel it. Make sure, bottom of the deck, make sure the energy that you're investing into relationships, businesses, if you have a partner involved, make sure it's equal. You don't want to be sharing percentages of publishing or a creative project with somebody who's not really a co-writer or a co-producer or a co-partner at an equal level with you, okay? You may have to confront some people about that this month. I actually think that could go quite well for you, but just, again, there could be some miscommunications with the retrograde. So be very clear, communicate very, very, very clearly, which I know that you can and will do, but also do it with a little more compassion this month, okay? But that's the only real challenge I see. I think some of the conflict right now for you, this conflicting energy that I went into the reading feeling, actually has more to do with you just being frustrated that all this awesome momentum, it's like you'd think of something and the next day it would show up for you, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, why isn't that happening anymore? Don't get frustrated this month. This really, it's not a blessing in disguise. It's not a disguised blessing. It will be very obvious to you. There'll be a piece of the puzzle that you're going to figure out this month because you've slowed down a little bit. Because the thing is, when we're manifesting at a very high level and everything's just kind of popping off for us left and right, we can get distracted. Okay, now you have success across the board, the new love, the new friends, all these brand new ideas. What do you run with? What is the priority? I think part of this is sort of a reset. Great. You've done a phenomenal job manifesting at this high level, bringing in this new fresh energy into your life. You're motivated. You've put some great work into whatever it is that universe has, provoked, this beautiful, blessed, divine idea, okay? But it's a reset. Now, what needs your focus right now? What needs your focus in the few months ahead, okay? What is a great idea, but you're still not really passionate about? Filter things out a little bit throughout March, and you'll have a more successful April and a few months ahead because of that. But this is all positive for you, okay? Just have a little bit of patience. Same for me, same message. I feel you with compassion. But there are blessings here for you, Virgo, like really big ones. And don't fear that the energy is going to slow all the way down. Like, you're not completely stopped. You're still seeing progress, okay? So notice that, show gratitude for that, and just make sure you're making space every day to ground yourself, to meditate, and to listen, to journal if you have to, whatever your process is. Make sure you make time for that so that you have peace of mind, okay? Peace of mind, that's going to be really big for you. But again, deep breathing. Virgos and deep breathing, you're going to need that. That's what's giving me this sense of have a little patience. You might be a little tested, but all's good, okay? Virgo, let's jump into love. Virgo in love. March. We're in March. That's crazy. March 2019. Virgo's in love. Okay, Virgo. All right. Cards already popping here. Calling in your soulmate. There's this really beautiful energy with Virgos in love, okay? And it's new. We've been talking about it for a little while. You guys are having different experiences than you've had in the past. People are showing up, and it's not with all the same old karmic issues and baggage. You're having a different experience across the board. There's this beautiful soulmate energy, and yet there's this sort of conflict. And what I'm picking up the most for you, Virgo, is that yes, this is a soulmate. There's a beautiful human being in your life. There's a beautiful human being about to show up in your life if you're single. But somebody's having an issue with vulnerability. But they're moving past it, okay? So if there's a sort of roller coaster of emotions, I do see this being resolved. Sitting at the center of your reading is heart-to-heart conversations. Provoke them, start them, encourage them, okay? Because I don't think it's you that's struggling with the emotions. Virgo, I think that you kind of know what you want, and you know exactly how you would like the future to unfold. You're actually very clear about your intentions, and they're really beautiful ones. And the universe is rewarding you with this beautiful human being in your life. But I think it's your partner. This could apply to some Virgos too, right? These messages can go either way. But I think for the majority of you, it's your partner who's struggling with vulnerability. Struggling with a little bit of vulnerability because there's so much love. They may be loving you so big and so much right now that it's catching them by surprise. We also had this third party that was showing up mid-month in February. Okay, Virgos, you guys told me that you really resonated with that video. For those of you that showed up at that time to watch it, the third party is not you or your current partner stepping out. I don't see anybody being unfaithful. I do see somebody from the past trying to come back. Okay, so if this is your ex that's coming back, ask yourself what kind of experience you want to have. I do think for the majority of you, the ex comes back, they're trying to get back together with you, or it's your partner's ex trying to get back together with them. They're showing up with the same energy that has always existed, okay? It's not going to be a new dynamic. So do you want to have that old experience again? Was it a good one? Or was there a lot of conflict? Why, Virgo, does someone want to show back up in your life? Why do they want to show back up in your partner's life, making promises that they couldn't promise or fulfill in the past? Why now? So are you on this like lucky streak of a lot of success? And not really lucky, right? You're manifesting it. You've earned it. But you're in this really blessed stage. Are you attracting old people back because they recognize your energy is different? Could that be happening for your partner? Don't worry about your partner, Virgo. I don't see you stepping out either, but it's going to be an option. It's going to be an option. Do you want to go back to somebody, or do you want the energy to progress forward with the new person? I'm seeing better energy around the new person, okay? Actually, I'm seeing a new person showing up. So you may not even have the new person in your life yet. You may still be single. And while you're finally getting out there and you're open to meeting new people, you're having really blessed conversations. You feel like you're attracting maybe multiple soulmates at this point. The ex comes back and wants your attention a little bit. Why? What are their intentions? Okay, they want to get back together with you, but Virgo, I really don't feel like that's of your highest good. The success lies with the newer love. It's a clean slate, okay? Calling in your soulmate, it's being clarified by honeymoon. Many of you, if you're traveling, if you have the opportunity to travel, It's the energy of the new experience. It's the energy of the joy. Remember, we have joy, the very first card that pops in the general spread, okay? There's this joy energy. You're around water. Maybe you're going back home to a country, to a place where your family is originally from. There's this connection to this new place that brings about so much joy. It's like either while you're there or while you are traveling back home, when you just get home, you're still just like overflowing with this incredible joy and this fresh new perspective. And it's like this permanent adrenaline rush. Like that energy is not going anywhere anytime soon. And it just makes you very attractive to not just one person, but to many people. This could be why you are calling some exes back in. And it may not even be the ex you're thinking of. It may surprise you who's trying to come back in. Beautiful. Okay, wow. So we're calling in soulmates, whether you're traveling or not, but especially around travel. If you have the opportunity, just do it, okay? But we have heart-to-heart conversations followed by getting to know each other. That's a message of newness, okay? So if you're single, you have somebody new coming in, sitting at the center, clarifying heart-to-heart conversations, it is safe to love. The newer love is safer than the old. This is a really blessed union that you're either about to enter into. It's a blessed union that you already have. Now, if you are already in a committed relationship, you know this person really is a high-level soulmate, it's time to travel with them. You got to get away. There have been some distractions. There have been some ups and downs because, again, somebody may be feeling a little too vulnerable, making big commitments about starting a family, a marriage, moving in together, or whatever has come up for you guys. While you're away, it's like, again, it's this reset. It's this reset button in your relationship. It doesn't even mean that anything's drastically wrong. I think the vulnerability actually at the center of it or the core of it is just a whole lot of love that your partner, it's just shocking them. That they feel so strongly about you and that they're ready for things they never thought they'd be ready for. But it's this travel, it's this disconnect, a retreat of sorts. It gets rid of all the fears. It's like you have the ability to reconnect, phones off, computers off, disconnect from work, really, really spending time with your current partner. It enhances everything for you. It's going to help overcome some of the challenges that have come up for you recently, Virgo. But I actually see very blessed resolution here, okay? So it's nothing to worry about. I'm not seeing any kind of detachment, Virgo. I'm actually seeing more commitment here. There's more commitment. Whether you're single or you're in a committed relationship already, there is more commitment. If you are as committed as anyone can be, you already have a family with this person and you are already married and you've been in it for a long time. It's almost like you're recommitting to those original vows, or you're readdressing things and you're rewriting them. And there are these new, bigger and better promises with a more realistic understanding of the relationship that you're in. But it is really blessed. Getting to know each other is being clarified by flirt. So you're in a committed relationship. You need to be having fun, traveling, legitimate retreat with your partner, but keep it sexy. Make sure you're flirting. Even on days you're working, send cute little flirty texts. Let your partner know that you love them and vice versa. It'll do so much good for the both of you. But if you're single, someone new is trying to come in really, really, really hardcore. I think you have more than one option, but it's the person that makes you feel safe. Oh my God, Virgo, this is crowning your reading. It's your choice. It is your choice whether or not you want to reconnect with the old partner. So I see that person coming back. I see them really wanting to come back, really legitimately. Okay, but these feel like two different energies and two different people. This is an older relationship, someone you already have some history with. This is the new. I see the better, safer, more enjoyable love with the new partner than the old. But again, it's not about right or wrong. It's about you deciding what experience you want to have. For some of you, you had beautiful experiences with an ex and you broke up for more superficial reasons, or you didn't break up for superficial reasons, but you're over it now. But otherwise, it was a beautiful experience. Maybe you want to give it another go. That could be the safe love and the soulmate coming back to you. But for the majority of you, Virgo, I don't see the light around the reconciliation. I see the light around the newer love. For those of you in committed relationships, you will sacrifice the relationship you are already in if you entertain those conversations with the ex. Someone will know. You will know if your partner's doing it. It will come out. And I believe it was a message I had for you mid-February as well. What kind of experience do you want to be having in your life? Do you want the conflict of now trying to prove, that you're trustworthy to your current partner because you had a little conversation with an ex? You think that it is really innocent and harmless, but I actually see that energy doing a little damage to the relationship you're already in. So just be careful. Ask yourself, what is it that I want? What experience is it that I want? And make your decisions accordingly, okay? But from what I'm channeling for you, it's the newer love, or it's the person you were already committed to. Don't go back, Virgo. Don't take steps back, okay? If you're allowing somebody back into your life, it has to be about forward motion, okay? I know the motion, it will slow down a little bit, the progress of things. This will also apply to love a little bit, but you'll feel it more in career, okay? Not as much in love, but there should still be progress. So if you're going back to people, say you're single and you're like, what do I have to lose? Maybe I'll give it another shot. But it's all the same old karma, the same dynamic. Nothing has changed, okay? You have the option here to move forward to somebody really beautiful, the safe soulmate love, where you get to travel, you get to have these higher level committed experiences, something new. I would recommend going for that, okay? Bottom of the deck, express your love, passion, self-love, okay? It's pretty self-explanatory here. You have a lot of passion for this really beautiful new soulmate showing up, or the current partner you're already with. Make sure your self-love is intact. So the decisions you're making, especially pertaining to exes, make sure you are still vibing really high so that you make decisions where you can handle the consequences or just avoid any conflict moving forward. But truly, Virgo, this love that's here for you, not the old one, the newer one, or the one you are already committed to. Oh God, it's so beautiful. It's like the conversations are beautiful. You enjoy your time together. This is a real soulmate. This is a soulmate that, not the fleeting soulmate, but it's the high level soulmate that will stay. But again, if you need some sort of direction, it's this that you want to pay attention to. Who do you feel safe with? If you're not feeling safe with a partner, they're not it, okay? Virgo, thank you so much for being here. I love you guys, and I appreciate your support on my channel so much. I have so much gratitude for you. Again, if you would like to book a personal reading, some healing work with me, some energy work, I know that came up in the general, happy to help you with that. Custom candles that are really beautiful and really powerful. They go hand in hand with energy work, and they are just a huge part of my life and my clients that I work with already. I am available for you guys, especially in March. I know I've been a little booked up and I've been really busy these last few months, but I will be making time in March to set up readings with more flexibility in the month of March. But in the meantime, I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys back here March 15th for your love reading. But I hope you guys have enough clarity at this point to navigate the next few weeks and to navigate the rest of March. Love you guys. Ciao.